Little Caesar slices and sticks with half pizza, half Italian cheese sticks is back, so you'll never fight over dinner again! Get hot and ready slices and sticks or order online for new jalapeno or bacon sticks.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the upmen. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start here is Tua. And his first pass is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he gets us to the other side of midfield. another first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Roquan Smith. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. On the right side open is Gesicki. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket, trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off. Here's
Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run with Mostert. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 72 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And some room to run now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson.
www.canbeatit.org or call 833-422-4255.
Jackson on the give to
treat COVID-19. Sponsored by the California Department of Public Health.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The handoff, now Tua. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Keep the bag, King Walker.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
They'll try and throw for it. Out to seconds left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Ready.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. They'll look to throw. It's complete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to mind. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. He just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity.
coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score fake. He'll look to throw.
Previously, on por amor al mundo.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here we go, set. And cycle.
On first down, Tagovailoa. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Tua to throw again. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. To get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Tua going to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Ready.
Oh, how this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless. Any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. He will return this from all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Hey, both 66.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
11.
Running right, here's Sanders. They find some open field here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
11 MT. 11.
Sanders, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
11.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
12.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion.
12. 12.
They'll turn to Sanders, and he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from and he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Bengals grab it, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
So now, just like that, things change dramatically.
11.
It's 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here.
Here we go.
Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal. Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 8 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Wait, that.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
To throw is Brady. He's got a man, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Harris running straight ahead. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard from 4 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 empty.
Well, everything
11
right now
empty.
that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final game.
11.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
11 empty, tank. 11 empty, tank. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking deep for Julio. Ball had his his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Wait, that.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mighty.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Miles Sanders, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
12. 11, Thomas.
They'll try and throw for it. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Brady.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Brady again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Brady.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. Touchdown, Texans! O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans are able to claw one back. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Here we go.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
11 MT tank. 11.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 1, right?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
11.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Brady.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Wait, that.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
11.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the 35 on second down, Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Quez Watkins, 35 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A very solid gain of 27. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow looking deep downfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals just continue to roll.
11 MT, tape. 11 MT.
They'll turn to Sanders. They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
12.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards.
11 MT.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. They'll turn to Sanders. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Here's Brady to throw. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
11 MT.
The slot man in motion right.
11. 12. 11 MT.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Sanders. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
11 MT, tape. 11.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, Time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Houston, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now Sanders. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
12, 12, 12.
From the 16, Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for two. They'll turn to Sanders. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Brady now on first down. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And now here is another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball.
Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals continue to pour it on here in the 4th. They'll turn to Sanders. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe with a pick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 41 yards. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
11.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Stop.
Another run with Sanders. And Owen coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
12.
Now a carry for Sanders. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Sanders. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
11.
Once again with Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and...
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Gun. Shot. 11. 12. 11 mighty. Shot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Cincinnati, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Houston, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game is